I've written a song called How High the Blues, and there is a sequence in this song that is very helpful to use as a model for sequence playing. The sequence occurs every 4 measures. The first 4 measures, the chords change every bar in this way. It's 2 beats of G major 7th, 2 beats of G 6th, and repeats. The next 2 measures are G minor 7th to C 7th, G minor 7th to C 7th. Now that's the 4 measures that we use, and then we create a sequence of those 4 measures by playing it 1 tone lower. F major 7th, F 6th, F major 7th, F 6th, each for 2 beats, then F minor 7th, B flat 7th, F minor 7th, B flat 7th. Now that takes care of 8 measures of the song. It's a 12 measure song. Now, having played those 8 measures, the next is a measure of E flat major 7th, 2 beats of A minor 7th and D7, and then a turnaround of G, B flat 7th, E flat, A flat 7th. I'm going to run this by so that you can see the sequence. Then a measure of E flat. So that is the sequence. The first 4 measures is played as a segment of the song, and then we create a sequence on the first 4 measures. We can do that quite easily because the second 4 measures of the song is exactly like the first, but it's 1 tone lower. Now, when we have the harmony sequential already, anything that we play melodically just makes it even more sequential, because now we've got a built-in harmonic blanket that we work from that is sequential. And if we play melodically sequential, it sounds very, very strong sequentially. And that's why this is a good song to do this on. Now, when we come to the measure of E flat, that's a departure, and we don't play sequential there, and the 2 beats of A minor 7 and D7 is different. We don't play sequence there. And then the next measure, G flat to B flat 7th, E flat major 7th to A flat 7th flat 5, all of this becomes the same way we treat a turnaround. It's a departure from the sequence, and it allows us to play non-sequential things. That gives us a breather. It creates variety. It makes it a little different. When we go back into the next chorus, we are back into this sequence pattern in the harmony. So we really do have a tune here that the way it's set up, we have a certain amount, 8 measures to be specific, of sequential harmony and therefore sequential playing, followed by 4 measures, which is different. And we can think of the whole 4 measures, the last 4 of this 12-bar tune, as a turnaround and treat it that way. And that makes the music ebb and flow. It gives it some variety, going from sequence music to non-sequence music. So I'd like to now, before we get into the song, I would like to just play something, and this can be a kind of a little test for you to see if you've understood what I've talked about and shown you so far in sequence playing. I'm going to just simply play a little pattern in the key of G for 4 measures, and then I'm going to pause and have you try to play that same thing in some manner after me sequentially. You can do it in any number of ways. You can play it. What I would like you to do in this particular case is to just play what I have played, but to play it a tone lower for yourself and see if you arrive at the right group of notes. After you've tried it for a moment, I will then return and play what you should have played. If what you played is what I end up playing, then we're together, and it means that you've grasped what I've been talking about. So here we go. I'm just going to start here. And Dave, if you would join me on this, I'm going to play basically 4 measures of this song that we're on right now, and then we're going to stop for just a moment. So here we go. 3, 4. here is the second 4 measures, 1 tone lower. 3, 4. Well, I hope that when you played it, you got the right notes in the sequence that was 1 tone lower than the one I played. We're going to play How High the Blues for you now, Dave and I, and we're playing the melody that I wrote, and I want you to play along if you wish, learn the melody, or improvise over what we're playing, and also take time to analyze this melody and see where it is sequential, study the harmonies, examine the whole thing, analyze it for sequence. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. And now Dave Young and I are going to play How High the Blues, but this time we're just going to improvise on it. And we're going to try to create as many sequential passages as possible. I want you to listen, analyze what we are doing in this, try to find out how many places we're using sequence and what kind it is. Is it melodic, rhythmic, or harmonic? And use this as a guide. Later, if you want to play along with us and improvise over what we're doing, that's fine. But for right now, use this as an analysis as to what's going on sequentially. So here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.